Oh my God. Oh, I don't think I can do this anymore. Wow, what the hell have we just witnessed? Welcome back, everybody. Jesus Christ. There's nothing harder than being an England fan. Nothing harder. I just can't believe that. I mean, for all the world, it looked like we were going out. And what I'd said in my preview video to this match sort of, was ringing true about the concern that Slovakia would nick a goal and then we wouldn't be able to break them down. And it did look that way. I can't believe it. I just can't believe what's just happened. It's welcome everybody. Sorry, I just need a minute. I've had to rush on here trying to get this on. Who have we got? Well, what a game from Football Channel, absolutely. I can't believe what's just happened. I mean, I was ready to come on here and absolutely tear Southgate to pieces, and I might still do that. I think we're going to have to do that, aren't we? Because there's some clear and obvious absolute howlers there, but Jesus Christ. I mean, my heart. Bohemian, I was about to swear, but then I remembered that Gary reads most of the comments out. I won't read all of them out, mate. I thought we were out of the tournament before Bellingham scored. It had the Iceland game all over it. Yeah, it did. I mean, we'll come on to that goal in a second. Let's just get through the hellos in the chat. 4 a.m. in Japan now. No way I'll be... Really, Bohemian? Are you in Japan? That's amazing. Great to have you with me. I'm glad you was able to stay up and watch it. That is dedication, mate. I don't know if it's just me, but why was Foden playing? He was gone for his child. He had no training. Well, yeah, I'm in the UK. It's 8 p.m. for me. Right now, Switzerland are going to beat us unless Ivan, Tony, Palmer and Gordon get to start. We'll come on to the Switzerland game because I've not even thought about that. It's just, how are we still in this tournament? How are we still here? How? I mean, Switzerland do look tough. Beat Italy 2-0. Yeah, I mean, Switzerland at the minute, I'll be honest with you, I'm terrified. I think they'll absolutely destroy us. More concerned about Gahey missing. Yep, Gahey obviously now misses the next match. Football Channel saying Dunk may come in. We'll have a look at that. I think Switzerland and England go to pens, then it's anyone's game. I think you can all tell I'm really shocked. It's just, we've all been in these situations before. England have been terrible, and it just looks like one of those games where nothing's going to happen. And a wonder goal, and it is a wonder goal from a wonderful player who has been relatively quiet since the first 45 minutes of the opening match. Scores an absolutely blinder to keep us in it. And I think overall in the end we deserve to win it, because you would say outside of their goals Slovakia didn't do anywhere near enough. We'll keep going. Let me just get through more hellos. I stood my toe against a sofa. Conser, I reckon. Hey Jude. Gary, what on earth has just happened? Madness. Mental, mate. Absolutely mental. Josh, absolutely loving Jude. Ross, nice to have you with her. Dennis, Huzik, nice to have you here. Foden needs to be dropped. We are so bloody lucky. I mean, look sort of did come into it, but I don't know. I don't think in the end it was luck. I think it was obviously a piece of individual brilliance that did it in the end. It's just, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I did say, I don't know how many of you in here now who watched my preview video to this. I said I literally summed this game up before I said if Slovakia score an early goal, go 1-0 up, they could nick it, they could win it, because we don't like breaking anyone down. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly how it played out. England were no better, exactly how I said we weren't going to be. I don't know why everyone's expecting England to come out and do something different. Again, no changes from Southgate. I mean, oh my God. It's like he wanted to be sacked or wanted to be kicked out of the tournament. It was just ridiculous. We were 10 minutes, 15 minutes together, and he'd made one substitution, and that was Cole Palmer. When you've got Bowen, Gordon, Tony, Watkins, all sat on the bench and were 1-0 down against bloody Slovakia. No disrespect, but This should be men against boys. We're 1-0 down against Slovakia with 10 minutes to go when he's only made one substitution. Absolute disgrace from Gareth Southgate. If anyone's lucky tonight, it's him. The England lads fought and fought, but they're playing in a system that does not work. It's an absolute joke. We've got to change it. If he plays the next starting 11, I give up. I absolutely give up if he plays the same starting 11 in that quarterfinals, because I tell you what, there's no chance. There's no chance we're beating Switzerland playing that same system. Not a prayer. We've had so much luck throughout all the previous tournaments. Well, you could argue he's had the luck with the draw, definitely. I'm so drained. I'm so sad at 95 minutes. And then Jude, I still can't feel that good about it. I mean, I think they were just saying, Ian Wright was saying at the end of the game, then we know they've got Switzerland game up, but I've never been in a tournament where England are through to a quarterfinals and I'm not actually looking forward to the game. Obviously, I'll be watching it. I'm excited for it. But what I'm not looking forward to is England, and watching England just put another shambolic performance in again. Stones, Walker and Rice, we need to talk about those three. So let me come back onto those three, because they're getting away with murder. Particularly Stones and Walker at the back, because the players in front of them are making the runs. They're making themselves available, and they're just unwilling, completely unwilling to pick them out. And all I'm ever seeing is Stones point like that somewhere on the pitch. It's like, just give them the ball, Stones. Stop faffing around with it. It starts at the back. The slow play starts at the back. Walker and Stones in particular are just horrendous. Rice, and I know he hit the post, but he's started to come into it again when the game freed up a little bit. But he's not at the races at all. Foden needs to play central, Bellingham alongside Rice, Gordon down the left, Palmer on the right. I think, to be honest with you, Ross, the whole system needs to change. At the end of that game, you've seen at the ticker, a lot of stuff on the ticker at the bottom, and we want to discuss. But at the end, we were playing like a 3-5-2 or a 4-3-2 or whatever, 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it, by the end. But it was like we changed the system. So we went 3 at back or 5 at the back if we didn't have the ball, and we seemed to play better and we were more threatening. We had 2 strikers up front. Tony did absolutely brilliant. He did more as a holding striker, which I've been saying he would, in terms of the most likely replacement for Harry Kane is Ivan Toney. He did so much more as a holding striker. He went up to him, he caused a whole host of pain and hassle for that Slovakian front line, and he assisted the winning goal, and he's got to come in. I think we need to look at a different... Kane's got to come out, Tony's got to come in. The system needs to be ripped up. Absolutely, absolutely. Office piles. I'm 37 years old and not ashamed to admit I cry when Bellingham's goal went in. My entire lifetime, we lose a game like that. This should be a massive psychology. Yeah, it does feel, again, a bit like one of those moments as an England fan where for the past 50 years, they're the sort of games that England just, we're going out. We're going out. And we haven't had that quality or a bit of luck, or, it's never really fell for England. And tonight it happened. And we've just got to count as lucky stars that Bellingham had that moment of magic and see what we can do from here. But I am not looking forward to the Switzerland game at all. Let's be honest now, and I might put a poll out. How many people in this chat actually genuinely believe that Southgate will make any changes for the next game? Any at all? It's going to be difficult from now, says Football Channel. It's been difficult from the start, mate, because of the way we've played. It's been absolutely a shambles from the start. That free kick from England that almost resulted in the Slovakia goal, they just weren't awake. I know it's a joke, mate. Southgate has to change formation or personnel. Mania was a breath of fresh air in midfield. Should keep his spot. Konza in for Gahey due to suspension. The left back and the left wing, for God's sake, 4th game in a row. Sort it, Southgate. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? And that is the sentence I've screamed and screamed at the telly. 10 minutes to go. One substitution is made. He brought Ivan Toney, and don't get me wrong, it paid off, but imagine what he could have done with 10 minutes. Bringing Ivan Toney on with 4 minutes to change the game 1-0 down against Slovakia, knowing if he loses his job, we're out. It's just a joke. What is he waiting for? I just do not get it. What is Southgate's problem? And the other problem is that when we went 2-1 up, and all we then did is sat back the entire extra time, and Slovakia had nothing. They had nothing coming forward. But again, why are we sitting back? We just get going deeper and deeper, and again, another team picks us off there. Trippier he's got to come out. He's injured. He's not fit enough. The difference, even when Saka went left back, totally different, so much better. For God's sake, Southgate, sort that left side out. The players are there, just put them in. Give them the chance. I saw him go to Ivan Toney at the end and give him a hug like, oh, yeah, you know, you've done really well. We're not surprised he's done well, Southgate. You're the only one who's surprised that Toney can come in and do a job. Tom Gardner, Trippier can't progress the ball. Always has to go inside or back because he has no left foot. I mean, how many times the ball should have gone into the box and they're just passing it back? I kept saying, what are they waiting for? Put the ball into the bloody box. The formation and selection are anyone's guess. Amazing to contemplate when we are entering the quarterfinals. That's what I mean. It's bizarre. I've never known ever. And Southgate has been the manager who's given me a load of England first, and this one certainly is. I've never known following England into a quarter-final of a tournament and be so deflated about it. Like, joyous, but deflated, because I don't want those last two winning goals to distract or take the media scrutiny off what should rightly now be on that team in Gareth Southgate, particularly Southgate. He should be absolutely hounded in that press conference as to why only Cole Palmer came on with 10 minutes to go. Absolutely, an absolute joke. In the semi-final, we'll get the Netherlands, Austria, Romania or Turkey. Which one do you want? Neither. Honestly, I don't want us to play anybody. Honestly, I just feel like we're on the edge of an absolute disastrous result. And I said this, and I'm going to say it again. Go back and watch my preview for this Slovakia video. I called a 1-0 win to Slovakia. And I'm telling you now, that basically happened tonight. That did happen. We basically got knocked out by Slovakia tonight. We didn't because of a wonder goal from Bellingham in the last second of the match. But essentially, we were beaten 1-0, and it's exactly how I thought it was going to go. And it's a that I can predict this England squad before they even set foot on the pitch. So God knows what all these managers are doing. They must be rubbing their hands, absolutely rubbing their hands. You could see the way Slovakia came out to us. They say we're there for the taking. We are 100% there for the taking. Let's be real. No way will Kane be dropped. He should be dropped. It's been awful having a right-footed left-back, mate. The whole left-hand side, innit? It's just a joke. Absolute joke. I want Romania, Netherlands versus England, but realistically it's going to be Turkey or Austria versus England in the semi-final. The problem is that whoever knocks us out on this side of the draw now, if we do get knocked out by it, it's going to be infuriating because we shouldn't be losing to any team in this side of the bracket, and that goes against them, definitely. England... Oh, my God. Georgia's just scored against Spain. Wow. 1-0 Georgia. Wow. Look at the scenes. Maybe we're not as bad. This tournament is throwing up some absolute... I mean, if Spain go out, this tournament's absolutely on its arse because they've been the only team that's looked like winning it. I mean, I'm just looking at the breakaway again. I'll come back to the chat. I'll scroll back up so I'm not missing anything. But I mean, look at this. I mean, there's only one player to take, but what a ball. Oh, no, it's an own goal. It's an own goal. Terrible. But that shows you what happens if you direct with the ball. Just put a ball in. Just put a ball. How many times I saw England just turn it back? It comes to Walker. Just put the fucking ball in. Trippier, put the ball in. But he couldn't do it because he didn't have a left foot. The goal that was disallowed for Foden, it was offside because Trippier didn't have a left foot and he wasn't quick enough to stay ahead of the play. No way should have Foden... He should have been in front of Foden the whole time, so he's crossing the ball backwards. At no point did that happen. He didn't have the legs or he didn't have the left foot. He didn't look confident putting it in first time with his left foot. He will make none. He is beyond infuriating. CM James, I'm assuming that's on to regarding my comment about him making any changes. No, and I believe he won't. I think maybe he'll make one change. Yeah, but it's not enough, is it? It's not enough. The system is broken. They are not playing to it. He has to change it. He's got to change the system. Has to. He's been lucky in previous tournaments, Gary. So much luck. We have had a slice of luck, but you would argue England historically erode a bit of luck. What is he waiting for? Sadly, I think he's waiting for Shaw. Shaw's, let's be honest, that's been a failed experiment. Shaw's an absolute bust. No way. I mean, he's going to have to make changes because Gay's not going to be playing and probably Trippier's going to be unfit as well. So there's going to be forced changes on him, which might do us all some good. Southgate hasn't changed anything past 4 games. He's definitely not going to change it for Switzerland. Don't know what he's doing. He's got to, though. Surely he's got to get grilled on this, even more so, because we were out. We were out against Slovakia in the round of 16 of the Euros. Absolute joke. Am I the only one who feels different at this tournament because normally Vindaloo excites me, but I haven't listened to it once this summer? Stick it on, Ricky. It does get you up, mate. Stick it on. It'll, I don't know. It'll do more than what the football's doing for you at the minute. Woke up at 1:20 a.m. in Australia. Gareth tried to put me back to bed. Well, mate, honestly, how you haven't fell back asleep, I do not know. Terry Lambert. Scary result, Garrett. Got the win, but didn't play well as a team. We were terrible, weren't we? Absolutely terrible. Who did you watch it with? Can someone actually explain to me our game plan from Brooklyn? We ain't got one, mate. It's we all know the game plan. It's 4-2-3-1, and it doesn't work. Kane's too isolated. We're not wide enough. The midfield's completely overrun, and the defenders have no one to pass out to. So we need to get more players in midfield. 3-5-2 or 4-5-3-2 or whatever we want to call it needs to come in now. Or something, just anything different. Doesn't work. Does not work. But Southgate weighing, I was ready to come in here, absolutely tear him up. What was he waiting for? It can't have only just been me screaming at the telly. One substitution, 1-0 down against Slovakia with 10 minutes to go. Absolute joke. Do you think the players have lost respect for South? No, I don't think they have. And that's the worrying thing. They look bothered. Look at Italy. We weren't as bad as Italy. They actually did care. You could see that there was some. We did step it up, but there's just no creativity, and it's because there's no willingness to run at a player or put a ball in the box or take any form of risk whatsoever. And that is if you can't take any risks, and it starts with the centre backs. How many times I saw John Stones with the ball, and he was frustrated, pointing down at the floor where he wants someone to go, but it's like there's a million runs that Bellingham's making phone, and he just would not pick them out. First time England have got to quarterfinals in 4 consecutive tournaments. Make of that what you will. The statistic was as well. In 60 years, England had only won 6 knockout games. In 60 years, that's it. England had only won 6 knockout games in 60 years. Southgate's now won 7 in his time in charge. So, as much as I absolutely despise the man at the minute, and you'll see at the bottom, sack Southgate now. What do we think? Ivory coasted it in the Nations League, in the African Cup of Nations. We won't, obviously, but I know for a fact half the fan base wants Southgate gone now, and I agree. It's got to be his last. Even if we make it all the way through to the final and somehow win this damn thing, playing like this, I want him gone. It's done now. Unless, and there is an unless, because you can only judge a manager and a team off their last performance unless he actually does something. He actually sees what's in front. How many more 90-minute pieces of shit does he need to sit and watch before he makes any changes? First time England have got... Sorry, I read that one. A fairy tale scenario. Are England going to play awful the whole tournament and end up winning it? Well, Portugal did it, and... Well, yeah, Portugal did it. I mean, Portugal, I don't think, scored a goal, did they? In open play or tournament. They were horrendous, and they won it. So, yeah, everyone goes on about Greece, but I think they were even better than Portugal. So, you can win a tournament playing absolutely horrendous, but surely, we can't keep playing on like this. It can't be. Come on, Georgia, I know. Madness. Mainu had the most passes and tackles whole match. He's a special... Yeah, Mainu's got to stay in, hasn't he? And I will say this, Gallagher came on, played brilliantly. I mean, he ran his bloody socks off. Absolutely brilliant from Conor Gallagher. Fantastic. Cole Palmer did all right as well. Cole Palmer did pretty well. I went to school with Georgia. Scary how fast they grow up. Yes, did Portugal went through with 3 draws, beat a good France team. Yeah, I mean, they were terrible. That's all I remember. All I remember is watching Portugal play terrible and win it. Has England gone out and Southgate kept his job? I will refuse to watch them again until Southgate was gone. Oh, there's no doubt, Ross. I mean, he was gone, wasn't he? He was gone. There was no doubt. Imagine. It'd have been worse. I said before the game, if we'd have gone out tonight against Slovakia, that would have been worse than the Iceland game for me. Far worse, because... 1, it's a different England team that just haven't been like that. And 2, the squad and talent that's available. If we'd have gone out and making 1 sub and losing 1-0 against Slovakia, it would have been 10 times worse for me than that Iceland game. And I do believe we played better than the Iceland game. I think we were slightly more threatening. 3-5-2, Pickford, Walker, Stones, Konza, Trent, Mainu, Bellingham, Rice, Saka, Kane, Tony. Yeah. I mean, anything. Just change it, Southgate. For the love of God, change it. Please. It does not work. Get a random fan to manage England and I'll guarantee they'll do much better than this Gareth Tony. Well, maybe. Honestly, it's getting that bad, isn't it? It's getting that bad. My heart was racing. England went from 3 boring games to probably the most exciting in the tournament. I mean, let's be honest. Let's get on to, that goal, that Bellingham goal. I mean, I'll be watching it tonight in bed. It's first thing I'll watch first thing in the morning as well. It'll just be on repeat now until the next game. Until the next game, it'll just be on repeat. And the scenes in my house, I tell you what, absolute scenes. I have thought about doing a live stream, like just video of me watching the game with my partner or a few of my friends and just having it on, but my language is absolutely horrendous, so I'm not sure it's a good idea. But, oh my God, the absolute scenes. I fell over. I mean, I nearly banged my head on the floor. It was just chaos. But what a goal. What a goal. It was just time froze. When I saw that overhead and when it hit the back of the net, I was like off Mike Bassett when England score. And there's that moment where it just feels like you're shell-shocked and he runs on the back of Ricky Tomlinson's back. It was like that. I was like frozen and all that was like jumping all over me. And I was just like, this is amazing. I cannot believe we've just scored. We broke the ITV curse. Even worse, losing 1-0 against Slovakia and listening to fucking Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon. Clive Tilsley. ITV. The charlatans, aren't they? ITV are a joke, mate. I'd honestly consider starting Shaw next game. No, I wouldn't. There's enough talent there. I'd rather play Saka left back now, or Konza, or Gomez, anyone. Shaw's not fit, and he shouldn't even be there. Super duper, England are in the quarterfinals. Calvin, ow. How have we made it, Calvin? Southgate saves the day. You're definitely on here trolling. Honestly, there's not an England fan alive. All the England fans tonight will be absolutely loving it, doing their bit. They'll all be loving it out there, but there's not an England fan now. There is not a single England fan that wants Southgate in this job now. None. All of us want him gone. All of us, because it's just a joke. I think the thing is it's just the common sense approaches are just gone. They're just gone. Giving a player a minute at the end of the game, taking Mainu off. It's just, I don't get it. If you need a goal, when do you put your players on? Gareth Southgate should wear a shirt and a waistcoat against Switzerland. Yeah, they say all champions somehow found a way to win, and if by some miracle England win this thing, they will have to find another several gears. Well, they will, Wesley, absolutely. The thing is, look, I'd rip your hand off now if you said England win the tournament playing that bad and scraping 1 minute, last minute equalisers and winners. I'd obviously rip your hand off, but it's just pants, innit? It's just so bad. It's so bad. I ordered half-time Domino's and my delivery driver was Scottish. He laughed at me. Well, he's not laughing now, is he? We played garbage, but hey, we won. We get another live stream after Switzerland. Yeah, I'd be doing a live stream anyway. We should use wingbacks next game. There'll be loads of content, whatever happens. If England stay in or go out, there'll be a big inquest. I'll do some bring some guests in and stuff like that. But, looking at the bottom, see I've got a typo there, but I've got Ivan Toney to start. 3-5-2, the new system for England. Do we need to change that system? Is that going to happen? Sack Southgate now. Put some thumbs up if you think Southgate should go now. Some people were calling to be sacked at half-time. England's player ratings. The back four, Pickford, all right. Stones and Walker, absolutely infuriating. Gahey, our best player, the back again. So I don't know how we're going to cope without him. Switzerland hasn't won against us since 1981. We have a brilliant record against them. Yeah, well, get ready. Hi, good man. What? Relief. I just can't stay tonight. All the best. No worries, JT. Great for coming on, saying hi. Ross, sack him. That's a thumbs up. Ricky, another thumbs up. New Artlist, another thumbs up. Yeah, honestly, there's none of us want him now. Not, but I mean, he's not going to get sacked, is he? But he's got to get grilled. He's got to get grilled. He's got to. Wesley Mainoo has been the best of the midfielders next to Rice, but Wharton must be wondering how he can get a minute on this tournament. He won't get a minute. He won't unless something drastic happens now. And I will say this: Gallagher was bang on. He was bang on when he won. Absolutely bang on. But I mean, Eze, he did all right, didn't he? But no Gordon. I mean, bearing in mind we were 1-0 down. 1-0 down with a few minutes to go, seconds to go, and he still had Bowen, Tony, because he hadn't brought him on yet, Gordon, Watkins, Eze. These were all on the bench, and he didn't bring any of them on. He just brought Cole Palmer on to win us the game. You just can't make it up. You just cannot make it up. I mean, the problem is we were all absolutely gobsmacked. There were no changes at half time. None. Nothing. How bad can we be? And I don't know what I'm going to do. On this game, if I see England coming out with the same starting 11 against Switzerland, I just honestly do not know what I'm going to do. I just don't know what I'm going to do because I'll be just so cross. Hang on a minute, Georgia are through again here. Oh, I thought he was going to give a penalty. Well. Evening, Matt. Nice to have you with us. I mean, we're all just literally just recovering from an absolute horrendous night. I mean, England never make it easy. We know that, but Jesus Christ. Absolutely horrendous. I am going to put the clock up in the top corner for the Switzerland game because it is on the 6th of July. Which is a Saturday at 5 o'clock. Let's get that loaded up. So 5 days. So they've got 5 days now. They've got a good chunk of time now to sort this out. 5 days, 20 hours and 27 minutes. England face Switzerland in the quarterfinals. So there's going to be a lot of noise. Is Southgate bent corrupt? I mean, silly as it sounds. I don't, honestly, you can't. Somebody in the chat for everyone's sanity explain why Southgate has only made one substitution by 90th minutes or whatever it was. Someone please give me any theory that makes any sort of sense. Wharton bossed Mainoo when Palace beat Man United 4-0. Southgate was there. I don't get it. Yeah, but I mean, fair play to Mainoo. He's been really, really good. I mean, the way the ref started off as well, this game, I thought we're going to get a player sent off. I thought there's no way there's going to be no red cards. I mean, to be fair as well, the way he was booking our players at the beginning, the Slovakian player should have been sent off as well. There was a couple of times when he should have got a second yellow. Definition of stupid, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Well, it's 4 times now, Wesley, 4 times. And I bet your bottom dollar it'll be a 5th. Nothing will change. And I said that before the last game. Good thing we didn't play that so safe. JT Smith, thank you so much. Mate, honestly, if anyone puts a super chat, it's completely humbling. Thank you so much. And I'm glad how many we got 18 people with us. I'm loving this. I mean, the fact is, I'm sat there watching the match and thinking I can come on and have a chat with everyone in here. Have a grumble, have a chat, let that frustration out because my partner's sick of it. And this is what it's all about. I can get my angers and frustrations out, or the joys out. We can share it. And it's brilliant. This is what this channel is all about, and I'm absolutely loving it. Particularly, it's the same people on. Obviously, new people always welcome. It's great to see the same faces. We're going through this tournament together, suffering together. Who would we have as the next manager? I mean, that's the other problem in it. Who is the next manager? No idea. There's no one who jumps out, and that's the biggest problem. But I mean, he was gone, wasn't it? He was gone. We were gone. We lost. We're through, but we lost tonight against Slovakia, really, in a round of 16. Any other night, we've lost that game. Bearing in mind that Bellingham overhead was our first shot on target. Our first shot on target, England versus Slovakia. And I know we hit the post and there was a few other opportunities and stuff like that, but come on. It's a mile off. And the fact is, we're 4 games in now, and it took him with 90 seconds left to go of normal time for him to finally change the system. And what happened? We scored. That's how long it took Southgate to change it. The last 90 seconds, and he thought, right, we better put two up front now and change the system. That's it. That's what it took. Other than that, honestly, he weren't doing it. And it's a joke. Absolute joke. I would go for Ancelotti order. I mean, I would, but I don't think he'd come to us. I think Steve Holland is making Southgate extras worse. I mean, all he was saying on TV was like, he was saying he was in deep conversation with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. And I'm just like, what? What is going off? What are they doing? It's like everyone can see what's happening, but them. And then you could tell. We were 2-1 up. Oh, sit back, lads. Sit back. Second half extra time, just sit back. Soak it up. Sit back. Why? You got two strikers on. It's just oh, God. It's just the same old shit all the time. And you just know there's no lessons learned. And there were no lessons learned. Again, the main criticism for Southgate, even the people that love Southgate, even the England fans that enjoy Southgate, the biggest problem again was that his changes are too late. He waits and waits and waits and waits and waits. And again, nothing's changed from 5 years ago. Tonight, wait, one sub. I just can't get over that. I think that's something that's annoying me more than anything. We were going out 1-0 against Slovakia with only one sub made, with arguably the best bench in the tournament, you know, at the sideline. It's just, I can't get over it. I cannot. Oh, I know we've won, but Jesus. We are honestly the luckiest team in the entire tournament. It feels like that. Suffering is an understatement. We owe Tony big time. Tony was quality. He gave him something else to think about for the first time, and second was an assist. Yeah, and he showed Kane what a holding striker is all about. It was an absolute pain in the arse. He won his free kicks. He was a nightmare up front, winning the ball in the head. It was just, he was so good. But Willie L come in now for Southgate. It's just, what does he want to see? It's so frustrating. I feel like I could throttle him. Hiya, Gary. I'm relieved that we are through, and I think England could win the tournament. Remember, Portugal 8 years ago. We'll just need a bit of luck tonight. I mean, the fact is that we're all sat here saying, look how shit Portugal were a few years back. Yeah, that is it. That is the epitome of, or the climax of English fans' optimism at the minute. Looking back at how bad the worst winners of the tournament ever were. And I know that's still better than being out of it, but it just shows you what on earth is going off. And I know I'm sat here now grumbling while Spain are 1-0 down to Georgia. So is it an England thing? Are we too harsh? Are we? I mean, arguably, if the referee wasn't such a useless fool last night, you could have argued Germany maybe could have gone out to Denmark last night as well. So hang on. They're in again here. They're in again. He's got to get the ball in. He's got to get the ball. They're in again. Overhead. Oh. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if anyone's in here who isn't English, are we too harsh on our teams and our players? I mean, France have arguably played worse than England. They have. They've not scored a goal from open play. They've not scored a goal from open play. So you could argue France have been even worse, but I don't know if they've been having the same backlash. It's a disgrace. England's attack is very trash. Southgate, please fix it. The amount of yellow cards was... I mean, the ref tonight was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. No, we are not too harsh. No, I don't think so neither, Ross. Oh, hang on. Spain's just scored. Rodri. And that's the difference. It hasn't taken Spain 90 minutes to get a shot on target, has it? No, I don't think we're a harsh rush at all. I just think, you know, this fan's paying a fortune. The fans are doing their bit. They've packed the ground out again, and fans are paying an absolute fortune. Or anyone who's got any finger to their ear at the minute any finger to the any ear to the ground at the minute on Germany. Hang on a minute, is he off? No. The tournament's been a joke. Like Gelsenkirchen in particular is a night. Oh, it might be ruled out here. Is he in the way of the keeper? No. But yeah, it's just, you know, people are paying thousands to go out there, committing to it. It's a nightmare to get back to, and the players are putting in performances like that and then having to go to moan about being criticised for it. And it's just not good enough. Tonight was a joke, and Southgate, you just don't understand what he's thinking. He's the only one who's thinking to not do things, and it's the same old shit. Why doesn't he learn his lesson? I don't get why he doesn't learn his lesson. They are checking this goal for offside. I think this will be ridiculous if it's given, because he's definitely not in the way of the keeper. The most biased ref I've seen in my life. Which one are we on about? Are we on about the Denmark game or the England game? The Danish one was just... I'll be honest with you, the ref's done exactly what's in the law in the Danish game. The problem is the law's a joke. I mean, where's his hand supposed to be? Toenail offside is an absolute nonsense. The technology isn't that good enough. It's just a joke. Our players don't deserve the hate. It's all on Southgate. I don't know, mate. I think it's not the hate. Well, it is a little bit of hate and it's a little bit of anger, and they do deserve it because, to a point, it feels like no matter who he chucks on, they're all underperforming. None of them can seem to play any system, and it's just, you can't just put it all on Southgate. End of the day, they're the players on the pitch. They've got to take some blame for this. It's just, I just don't know. Could someone tell me in the chat, are we looking forward to this Switzerland game? Because at the minute, I'm counting down 5 days, 20 hours to another absolutely horrendous afternoon. That's what I feel like. I'm dreading it. I'm absolutely dreading it. Does Gareth even know about technology? No, of course he doesn't. But France has won the tournament, Gary. That's the true. And that's the problem, Ross. That you're absolutely right there. You're absolutely right. And I know I have an Italian friend who I met on holiday about 15 years ago. When I was very young. In fact, I was probably even longer ago. I was only like 18, 19. We've always stayed in touch since. I've never met him since, but we've always stayed in touch. Like over WhatsApp, and we always talk about the football, particularly when international football comes round. And I was texting him last night when Italy went out, and he's upset. Obviously, he's just like, yeah, but this is how it is. And I can feel that, because I wouldn't be as bothered if England went out tonight against Slovakia if we were the holders of the tournament, if we'd won it 2 or 3 times before. But England fans, it's just, we've never won the damn thing. And that's why we take it more seriously. That's why we get more frustrated, because it's the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again, where we just cannot get over the line. And it's all right for these other international teams because they've done it. They've been there, they've done it, they've witnessed it. And England are, without a doubt, the best team to never win the Euros. Without a doubt, the biggest team in Europe to never win the Euros. And not only that, all these other teams, Spain, France, Germany, they've all won it more than once. Italy, England have only got to one final. So internationally, England have failed phenomenally. Over 50, 60 years, we have massively underachieved, and that is why England fans behave like we do, and that is why we get carried away, and it's not a God-given right, but it's putting us on a pedestal in terms of where we are in terms of the football presence within Europe as a continent. We should have won more. We should have won more as a nation with the amount of money we invest in it, the stature we have in the game as a country. We more than compete with all these other teams and countries at international level, in infrastructure and everything. We should have won a tournament and we haven't. And that is why England fans get so much more frustrated with their team. 30 seconds before the first England goal, I was singing "You're Getting Sacked" in the morning. That backfired, didn't it? And Southgate has more lives than a cat. I mean, he's now going to be in charge of his 100th game. That was his 99th game, I believe, in charge of England. Honestly, it feels like one of those. It just feels like we're on course for someone absolutely battering us at 90 minutes. You feel like if anyone gets their act together, they'll destroy us. Absolutely destroy us. I don't blame Gahey for that. It was Trippier, yeah. It was Trippier's pass, mate. Begone, it was terrible. I was screaming at the TV. And again, because he had to come back inside because he doesn't have a left foot. So infuriating. I want to see blood, sweat and tears for the shirt, like Stuart Pearce's penalty versus Spain 96. Yeah, exactly. In Harry Maguire's penalty. Absolutely, mate. I want to see it. I want to see everything left out on the pitch, and you don't feel like it is at the minute. On the bright side, Knobgate has 6 more days to try and figure out what we all knew on day one. Yeah, I mean, he does. Yeah, technically, I've said 5 days. He has got 6 days. Look, there's nearly 24 hours there. So 5 days, 20 hours. He's got 6 days. 6 days to come up with a new system. I mean, if those players now can't adapt to a new system, given the mind that he has played other systems with this England squad over the years, if they can't come up with another system or figure this out, and bearing in mind, this isn't over just 6 days. This has been going on for months now. That is England's 3rd win in only 9 games, and we didn't win that in 90 minutes. We are bang out of form. He's got to get this right. He's got to fix it. And he's been with them now almost for 3 weeks. 2-3 weeks. Yeah, Gahey's suspended for the next game. Southgate is just like our coach of Jamaica team doing bad decisions. Dwayne, honestly. I mean, I'll be honest, it's not it's the lack of decisions from Southgate. That's costing him. Like I said, one sub with 10 minutes to go when we're 1-0 down against Slovakia. It's his lack of energy and his lack of ability to make a decision or to change it. So it's not so much his decisions, it's his lack of decisions that are the most infuriating by far. Palmer has to start. Southgate, wake up and smell the coffee. The problem is, who does he come in for? Because I don't want to take Saka out. I think he's been really good. We should have won the first 3 World Cups, Gary. The England team back in the 1930s was stacked, and our stupid, snobby FA refused to compete in these tournaments. Yeah, mate, it's just... We've massively underperformed, mate, over years and years, and this is why we're sat here so frustrated. And I don't care if any fans saying, oh, you feel like you got a God-given right to win a tournament. Yeah, I do. I do. When you see what France, Italy and Spain have done, and Germany, yes, England are right in that mix in terms of everything I've just mentioned, infrastructure, teams that play it, you know, everything that goes into it. England should have won more. England should have won far more as a nation. Only 3 games from winning the Euros, no matter how shit we play. Oh my God. He's just so bizarre. Like leading up, my mate was in the ground tonight and he was texting me saying it was weird there. He says fans weren't really singing. It just felt like it was one of those nights where, I don't know, the fans even were a bit like on edge. And it's just going to feel like that against Switzerland. Deep down, we're all going to be saying, oh no, this is when they're going to turn it on again and blah, blah, blah. And he'll not make any changes or make very few. And it'll be the same. Be exactly the same again. I fully expect in 6 days to be sat here doing a live stream saying we've been knocked out of the tournament. They need to improve penalty shootouts. That's their weakness. Mate, we'll be lucky to get to fucking penalty shootouts playing like we are. Sorry, I've got off my eye on the Spain game here. If we somehow do a Portugal and miraculously win, I fear that FA will offer him a new contract until after the 2026 World Cup. I think the FA, I'll be honest with you, the FA is the least worried because it'll be fan pressure that keeps him in or pushes him out, because the FA would give him a contract now. The FA would happily give him a contract now because it's just status quo for them. Even in Gary and Orr, ridiculous game and a piece of individual quality from Jude after a poor showing from him, and the impact of the subs got us over the line. Time to ring the changes. Yeah, but it's the same message, innit, Dan? You're absolutely right, but it's the same message we've been saying now for 2 weeks. Ross, brilliant, mate. You've some brilliant comments tonight. Nice to have you with me. Come on, England, for the Switzerland game. Brilliant, mate. Enjoy your videos as well. For anyone who's watching, check out Ross's channel. The Scatter. I'll tag it in one of my videos, Ross. Actually, one time. I like the stuff you guys do. We always choked at tournaments, especially penalties. So there may be some hope for the ultra optimistic, mate. I mean, the problem is as well, I've been getting stick. I'm in a big group with all the England fans that are out there, and I've been getting a lot of stick sometimes about the stuff about being so negative and. You know, someone tweeted me after this game saying that, you know, shut up. And I'm sorry, what are we doing? Why can't you call out terrible performances? What is the problem? It doesn't mean you're not backing them. Come next Saturday, I'll be there cheering them on. But it doesn't mean I can't moan like hell about them until Saturday because it's not good enough. As shit as we've got a weird vibe, we're going to do a Portugal from 2016. I mean, that's as good as it feels. And we keep saying, everyone's saying we're going to scam a win. We're going to scam a tournament. I think what was it, Talksport? We're going to stink our way to the finals. It's just a joke. Oh my God. And I think it's even more exasperating because the optimism, the squad. You know, the squad that's coming into this tournament, you're looking at it and you think, we're going to tear this up. And we're going to tear this up. If you'd said at the start of this tournament, we'd have one win in 90 minutes against Slovakia, Slovenia, Serbia and Denmark, I'd have been like, what? Yeah, no. You're having a laugh. No chance. I lost my voice after the bicycle kit, mate. Mate, it was class. It was absolutely class. I mean, how can one of the worst games ever give us one of the best moments ever? John. John, where are you from? Clancy. Is that a Scottish last name? I mean, was it luck? I wouldn't say it was. We didn't get given a soft decision or penalty. It was a piece of brilliance, got us over the line. And I would say over Ireland, right? I would say over the 90 minutes. I wouldn't say it would have been fair that England lost the game, but I also wouldn't have said it was fair that England would win it. But Slovakia didn't do enough, did they? After they went 1-0 up, you would argue. But it was just a piece of brilliance, absolute piece of brilliance from Jude Bellingham, and he's had mostly a bad tournament. But that's why, and this is probably why this will justify Southgate's reasoning for keeping Kane on, for example. It's because they'll be there when you need them and stuff like that. And I get that, but you've got to bring other players on around him. I'm dreading this next match. Switzerland won 2-0. They did struggle, but here we are struggling, mate. Well, I'm really dreading Switzerland. Absolutely dreading it. We came close a few times, to be fair, but not hitting the target for 95 minutes against a side 45 in the world is shocking. Mate, we didn't hit the target for, 95 minutes. Yeah, sorry, I thought you said 45. Yeah, 95 minutes. Not a shot on target for 45 minutes. Not one single shot on target. Absolute joke. Absolute. I mean, who comes in? We need a new left back because I think Trippier's going to be injured. You're going to need a new centre back. He'll probably play Dunk, let's be real. Who's the safest, most ready-salted bag of crisps defender we've got left on the bench? It's Lewis Dunk, so he's going to come in. I know Gay was class and all. When they got through and he made that block, he's absolutely class. He's been so good. Mark Gay has been absolutely quality. We're massively gonna miss him, massive. And that's another reason why I'm just like, I mean, I was saying before this. The one thing I was saying in my video is that the defence is solid. We were all over the place. First 20 minutes. Wesley, I'd play a back three now. I'd play Saka in a back three, then means we can have another attacker on the left. Well, no, I'd play Saka as a left wing back. I'd have Walker, Stones, I don't know, Dunk maybe. No, who's the other centre backs we've got? Should have took Branthwaite. Let's have a look. Who are the other centre-backs England have? I've completely had a brain fart. Who else we've took? Because he hasn't changed them out, has he? I mean, we've got... Well, Gomez could potentially play there. Konza. Bit of a push. Him coming in. Yeah, we haven't got a huge amount of centre-backs at all. It probably will be Dunk, won't it? Saka left wing-back, Trent right wing-back, alongside Walker or something like that. I don't know. Keep Saka left-back and put Palmer right. Gahey was our best player so far. Yeah, he's been really good. Slovakia nearly scored that. Hang on a minute, Southgate's on there. I mean... Southgate's got a big grin on his face, which is right, fair enough he has, but the press, tear them to pieces. Bellingham's like listing all these players that come on, but he didn't give him enough time. I mean, we got through by the skin of our teeth, but he needs to give him 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes even. Oh, well, Southgate was just saying I bet people was jumping behind the sofa. I mean, there's got to be an inquiry after this. There's got to be. It's just been terrible. Slovakia nearly scored that goal from halfway. I know. And it was just... when that happened, I just felt this is not happening, is it? It's not. I mean, when Kane missed that header as well, I just thought it's one of those nights. One of those nights. Yeah, it means someone can play right mid in Saka's spot. Palmer, the example, as we essentially get another attacker. Yeah. Gareth Southgate likes prawn cocktail flavoured crisp. Don't tell Gary Lineker. Does he? Yeah, he's back onto the highlights of the... I mean, look at this. Spain, Georgia, 1-1. It's not going everybody's way, but England, it's not so much the back line. It's just the lack of attacking intent in it. And we seem to be the only team that can't seem to get a shot at goal. Let me check this. Let me just check the final stats of the game. So tonight, the stats were 3 shots on target for Slovakia, 2 for England. That was our 2 goals. We both had 7 shots off target. So Slovakia had more shots on goal than what we had overall. We had 64% of the possession. 9 set pieces. That's what I'm not even touched on. How bad are we from set pieces? 9 corners. Nothing. 12 fouls, 19, 24 throw-ins, 3 yellow cards. They had 6 yellow cards in the end. 29 crosses we put into the box. 29. And I can't think of anything. Our goalkeeper had to make 2 saves. Their goalkeeper made none. And that says it all, really. Yeah, that says it all. It's just... How many days of training did Foden have since he came back? Well, I don't know. But it's just... I mean, he wasn't our worst player. Rice is the problem. Rice... Stones as well. He needs to be told to pick a player out in the middle of the park. It's infuriating. I'm just sick of watching him point to where he wants people to go, whatever, and they're not doing it. Oh, he's not doing it. The pass is on. Give them the ball. Hiya, Colin. What did you make of that, mate? Tough one. Real tough one. I mean, can England, seriously? I mean, did we go 3-5? Can England win this? I mean, you're going to say yeah, because anything can happen in a tournament. But really, can England win this tournament? I'm surprised Gordon didn't play. I'll be honest with you, mate. It was a shocker that he even put Tony on in the end. Nearly as late as Bellingham's goal. Not that late. Not looking good, but we are through, I know. And that's what we've been saying, haven't we? Right from day. Not looking good, but we got the result we needed. But Jesus, we can't keep coming through like this. We can't. Denmark arguably should have beat us. Slovakia, really. I mean, they know. I mean, any team who's watched England in the opening 4 games, if Southgate plays the same system, it's so obvious. It's so obvious how to play against this England team. It's so in. We are looking shit, but I rarely, if I ever seen best team in tournament win it. Yeah, no, you are right there. You are right. It's very rare the best team in the tournament wins it, but Jesus, this would be stretching it, this would. This is Portugal levels when they won it. And that's the only hope we've got. We've got an example of an horrendous team winning the Euros, and that's all what we're all referring back to at the minute. Portugal. I mean, where do we go from here? Does Kane need to be dropped? I mean, does Harry Kane need to be coming out? I mean, if he plays with one up the front again, I would argue he probably does. Because he doesn't, again, how many touches did Harry Kane have with the ball tonight? I can't think of 5. He just wasn't involved in the game again. Palmer does need to start. Palmer needs to start 100%. I'm barking at my neighbour's dog because it's a German Shepherd. I like German Shepherds. I'm trying to... I mean, I need to listen to the Southgate interview. Has anyone listened to the Southgate interview after? I was too busy putting this together. I'll be amazed if we win this tournament. I mean, how ironic would it be playing probably our worst football at a tournament in years and we go on and win it? There's a long way to go. I mean, if we get to a semi-final, obviously anything happens. But the Switzerland game will really show us then, because they're the first. I'm a bit in shock, like, because and then I'm just like my energy. It was just one of those nights, and I was resound to the fact that we were going out, and then a wonder goal, and then the goal in the first minute of extra time. It was bizarre, and then I'm in that mix between absolutely ecstatic, but then realising it was absolutely horrendous at the same time. And I'm a bit worried. I'm terrified of the Switzerland game. I'd never thought I'd say that. If you'd have said to me at the start of this tournament we were playing Switzerland in the quarter-final, absolutely, I'd rip your hand off. Now, I can't. Can I say I'm not looking forward to it? He bit me for singing 10 German bombers. I've seen a lot of that in Germany. Well, it's been going down very well. Right now, loving the result. Go England. Robert, wow, bloody hell. Thank you so much, mate. Jesus. Thank you so much. Hugely appreciated. Which pub are you in? And is it full of England fans? Or Slovakians? Any Slovakians in the room tonight? Let me know how you feel. I doubt there will be, because the last thing I'll be doing is joining the Slovakian live stream if they just beat us in the tournament. But who knows? If any of you are in here, let me know what you think. Robert, honestly, thank you so much. Absolutely humbled. I mean, Robert, give me some hope. Can we win it? Can we beat Switzerland? Let's get this right. If we get through Switzerland, I'll believe again. And I'm not saying I don't believe. We're still in it, so you can always believe when we're in it. But if we get past Switzerland, I do genuinely believe Switzerland are a really good team. So if we play well, keep them at bay, or it's a tie game, I don't mind that being a tie game. Switzerland are a good side. I don't want to go out against them, don't get me wrong. But I'm worried. But if we get past Switzerland, I think, right, come on then, let's do it. I'm more worried about Austria. That was a really poor Italian side. The Swiss beat, and as shit as we are, I think we can beat them. I don't know, Wesley. Let's see, mate. We will still win the tournament. Inferno, brilliant, mate. Wesley, I mean, I'm liking it. And you're right. I mean, the problem is how teams perform in a knockout game is going to be interesting, because you are going to see differences. Well, anyone other than the Southgate team, you're going to see differences. So, who knows? I mean, you wouldn't expect Spain to be drawing 1-1 with Georgia at half-time, would you? We haven't won anything in decades. If we limbo along with 1-0 victories, we'll take it. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I mean, I'd take a 1-0 tournament, 100%. It's just showing the reactions of Gary Neville and Ian Wright on IT Studio when Bellingham scored that overhead. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I've been hyping up England for too long for us to be losers in the quarters, mate. We were nearly losers in the round of 16. To be honest, though, I'm glad Switzerland don't think facing Italy 3-2. To be honest with you, I'm glad it's not Italy. I am, because even though we beat them twice in qualification, it would be the most English thing to do that we then lose to them when it really matters at the tournament. That would have been the most English thing ever. So I'm glad, and I'll be honest with you, I'm sick of playing Italy. So yeah, I'm glad it's Switzerland. I mean, I'm saying that now, but they might absolutely batter us in 5 days, 19 hours and 56 minutes. But no, I am. Last night I was relieved, but that Italian team were poor. They were very, very poor. Much worse than England. I mean, England are great, but they just weren't at the races at all. To be honest, though, oh yeah, you've said that. I've said that one. Sorry, guys. I mean, who's on tomorrow night? It'd be interesting to see how France get on, because I think they're going to struggle. I mean, they've got Belgium. I mean, Belgium aren't great, but France have looked really poor. France have looked really, really poor. Portugal, Slovenia will be a good game as well. I like to see how other teams get on against teams that we've played, because I think it gives us a good yardstick then of where we're at. Denmark were unlucky, I think, against Germany. It was poor refereeing decisions, and it sort of made me feel a little bit better about the way England played against Denmark. I can't lie, I fell asleep in the Italy game. France and Belgium will be sick. Well, I think it'll be not as good a game as what you think. I think there'll be a lot of mistakes. I think it'll be an interesting match. What I'm hoping, though, because we've already started to see it creeping already, as long as a refereeing decision doesn't decide this tournament, or certainly England's tournament, I'll be happy. Tonight just felt like it was going down that avenue, didn't it? It just felt like, here we go. I mean, I thought Bellingham is getting sent off 100% in that match. He picked up a yellow card in 6 minutes. Georgia are through here again. Jesus, they're so quick, those Georgia players. So we're through, and it's just big sigh of relief because it'd have been the worst night. It'd have been worse than Iceland, 100%. Robert, which were you in, did you say? If Bellingham can do another bicycle kick like that, then we can do anything. Well, that's what England's missed in the past, though, isn't it? That moment of brilliance, that absolutely world-class moment, or that moment of quality, where you've been looking at your big players who we think are big players and they haven't done it, and Bellingham's done it tonight. And that is what England have missed in the past. And we're missing tonight, were it not for Jude Bellingham. I am an English muffin, I ain't bluffing. The Mainu yellow card was so harsh, yeah, it was. He just stood on his toe, didn't he? Really silly. But all the yellow cards now reset, I believe, for the quarterfinal, so no one's at risk of missing the semi-final, obviously, unless they get sent off. Gay is suspended. Big miss. Massive, massive miss. And I think that'll be, alongside Trippier not being fit, will probably force him into doing like a back five or something different. Oh, my God! Oh, Georgia just nearly scored from the halfway line. Jesus. Look at Georgia are just direct as hell. Like they get the ball up and they just run. Or shoot from anywhere. That would have been class. If Slovenia turn over Portugal, it will make our result. This is what I mean. So I'm interested to see how Slovenia get on against Portugal. And then it'll give me a go. I mean, if they batter Portugal like 5-0. Sorry, if Portugal batter them 5-0, I'll be like, nah, we're not winning it. But who knows? Colin, thank you so much. Wow. Look, guys, I mean, I put the super chats on there for you guys if you feel free to. I never push for them, but the guys that have tonight, thank you so much. You know, I do this, it is a cost to me. It's not, it costs me time, effort, money for my equipment and stuff. And I don't ask for anything, I never do. But so thank you, though, so much to Colin, to Robert, and to JT tonight for donating. It's just, yeah, it just really helps me out. It does helps me buy equipment, and yeah. The dream, guys, is to make this really, really big, but I'm way off that yet. Probably another 5-6 years. Keep growing. But this is what it's all about. This channel, it's about after England games, before I had nowhere to go. I'd be walking home like buzzing or fed up if we'd lost or whatever, and I'd have no one to talk to. Well, you might have the odd mate over a text message or something, but it soon fizzles out. This is just brilliant. You know, we're all coming on together after each game. I mean, how good has it been? I'm going to remember this tournament, these live streams, you know, really coming back to chatting with you guys. I mean, when we do go out, or if we win it, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. I mean, it'll console me when we go out, or if we go out, and it'll be an absolute pleasure to celebrate with you all if we win it. It'll be amazing. It'll be absolutely amazing. If we're all on a live stream as champions of Europe, be quality. Colin, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just a quick penalty, free kick to Spain here. So let me just, we'll do a bit of a live stream on this because it's in a very good position. Here we go. What a save. What a save. Looking like a good game, this. It's flying by. 50 minutes on this. England's game felt like a fucking slog, didn't it? Ball in. It's got to be in, surely. 2-1, Spain. Great ball in. Spain are winning it. Spain are winning this tournament. They look too good. They're so attacking. They're just direct. No faffing. No, they're not like bloody Trippier and Walker and Foden and Saka. They just get the ball in. I mean, look, free kick, save. It comes out wide here. I mean, chance to put it in there. As soon as he plays it, there's no hesitation. It comes back round. As soon as it comes out right here, look, no thought it's going in the box. No delaying, straight in. Great ball. 2-1. I got a channel on here as well, bud, for gaming, 63k subs. Got plenty of shorts out, bud. You will build an audience and quicker. Yeah, I do think of shorts, mate. Great. I'll have to check your channel out, Wesley. I'll have a look now, mate. Hope it's going well. I do have to think about doing shorts. It's just, yeah, I just sometimes don't know what to do for a channel on shorts. It's easier to do when I go to games and things, but I might do some shorts actually for pre-tournaments. What's your channel called, Wesley? In fact, let me just... It'll be Wesley done, won't it? I mean, I think now, I'll be going into this next game, and I'll think... Oh, and I'll think that England... I've got as good a chance as anyone else other than Spain of winning this tournament, because everyone else is a bit... Yeah, is a bit all over the place. Germany, I think a good team will beat them. I think Spain will beat them, put it that way. Need to get a live. Does that say Discord? It's always behind the heart when they first come up. Yeah, I need to have a look at that. I do need to have a look at that. Yeah, but I do want to keep growing it, definitely. And I will do, Colin, I promise you. I will grow it. I will get that up and running. It's just, once I get it up and running, I want it to be good. You know, I don't want to put things out there that are half-arsed or... And that's why I don't want to put shorts out that are half-arsed. If I'm doing anything that I put out, I want to give it the effort and attention it needs so you guys get the most out of it. We are so lucky to have gotten the easy side draw. Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be beating Spain. We wouldn't be beating Spain. And we are on the easier side of the draw. There's no doubt about it. No disrespect to the teams out there, but there's no doubt about it. We're on the easier side of the draw. Not your thing, mate. I'm a big fan of a game called Mortal Kombat, which my channel is about. I'm here to support you, not looking for subs. Oh, no worries, mate. I do know Mortal Kombat. I'm a big fan of it back in the day. Loved it. Absolute quality game. Yeah, really good thing. But no, yeah, well done though, mate. Sounds like you're doing really, really well. But it's just, look, we'll be here. Oh, I'll be here regardless. And if, like I said, if England do get knocked out, and I know I'm just pointing it out there now while I've got some of you guys in the room. I'll be doing a debate about it. I'll come on. I'll still do live streams. I'll probably do watch-alongs then for some of the other games that are left. So yeah, there's plenty to come from the channel, even if England do get knocked out. So it's not just about this, and that's going to be the hardest thing. Still covering England when you're so disheartened with it, but that is going to be even more so for all of us to pull ourselves back up. But hopefully we won't be there. Hopefully we'll be celebrating together. Oh, God. I just imagine if we win it. Just imagine. Imagine if we win this tournament. It just feels a million... Even though we're in the quarterfinals, it just feels a million miles away at the minute. I don't see us as having a chance against Switzerland. I know, mate, but I'm the same. I'm the same, but you've got to be in it to win it, and we're in it. So who knows? Who knows? Should I get a... What? A what? I can't say that word. Or a cockatoo. I used to own a cockatoo, so maybe a cockathree. What do you mean? Well, I'm not sure what you mean there. But, I mean, Reed, look, Switzerland have been playing better than us. They have. And they played better than us against... Well, they played really well against Italy. We're not as bad as Italy. I mean, we're not as bad as Italy. We're not. Oh, bird. Yeah, get a bird, mate. Go for it. So much expectation going into this tournament. Looking forward to the Nations League. Fresh tagging manager. Exciting. I think the thing is, and excuse me, for those that aren't here, the reason why England fans get so frustrated is because we've never won it before. We've never won it before. It's all right for these other teams when they have poor, tournaments or whatever, but this is the same old shit from England every single time it comes along. With all the talent there, and it never producing, and you just feel like surely at one point it's got to go in England's favour. And I know people are saying England have been lucky, but I think tonight it was a piece of quality. We did have a bit of luck, but it was definitely a piece of quality there that won us the game. But you just want to see that. You just want to see a bit more from England. Not many teams have been convincing at all. We've got every chance. We have 100% got every chance. I'm just relieved Spain are on the other side. And Spain and Germany and Austria are probably the best teams in the tournament now. Two of those are on the opposite side. I mean, if we look, we'd have taken Austria. If someone said Austria semi-finals of the Euros, would have taken it. Would have absolutely taken it. I know, mate. I know, Reed. I agree with, but Southgate fills me with absolute no conviction at all. It's the same old. It's the same old every time. Really need to drastic. I know, mate. I know. We are where we are, and I think this is what I was saying. I've never known England going into quarterfinals and me not looking forward to it. Like, I'm genuinely concerned about what we're going to do when Switzerland rock up. Because I feel like a 4-0 hammering isn't off the cards, and I know that sounds absolutely pessimistic, but we're playing that sort of football where if anyone turns up and has out about him and taxes all that, we're done for. So I am worried. He's got to change. All I can say, Reed, is surely he's got to change it. He's going to have to be forced because Trippier's not fit. Gahey's now not fit. Suspended. So the changes are going to be forced upon him. Surely they're going to be forced upon him. I know, but statements are all well and good, but end of the day, if Spain somehow go out tonight, it doesn't matter, does it, that they've played the best football? Anything can happen in knockout football, and that is what all we've got to cling on to. Right, thank you all so much. It's been a long, long afternoon. I mean, it's been obviously a full over 180 minutes of the football, or whatever it was, and then I've come on here, so I'm absolutely shattered. It's Sunday night. Look, we all now need to have a nice week at work. We're through. We're into the quarterfinals again. Next Saturday we go again. We'll come together. I'll drop a prediction video earlier this week. I'm going to give myself a couple of days to think about this. I want it both to be head and heart. But look out for that. I'll drop that video. Thank you all so much for joining me. More content will be coming as we follow on. Yeah, it's just... No worries, Colin. Just check it out. It comes back on. So, yeah, please check it out later. Thank you all so much. It's been great having you with me. Thank you all so much. I hope you all have a great afternoon. Well, Sunday night and Monday morning tomorrow, boo. But I hope you all have a great Monday when you get there and a great week. And I will see you all next Sunday. See you later, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.